McDonald's is no longer a fast food company. They're even doing everything they can to stop selling burgers. It may sound crazy, but McDonald's is now a real estate company, one of the largest in the world, with a $30 billion portfolio. The job of McDonald's is no longer to feed you, but to buy land, build restaurants, and sell them. That's all. Today, only 7% of McDonald's are run by the main company. The rest are people like you and me who've embarked on the adventure. We call them franchisees, people who pay for the right to use the brand. The contract is very strict. You have no say in the ingredients, the equipment, or the decoration. If tomorrow you wanted to open a McDonald's right next to your house, it's possible. McDonald's will take care of all the construction and it'll cost you at least $500,000. The franchisee must pay rent plus taxes, totaling 25% of the restaurant's revenue. And be careful, we're talking about revenue, not profit. That means even if the restaurant's losing money, it still has to pay. For McDonald's, it's a jackpot. Building a restaurant will always be profitable, as 80% of profits come from franchises. And it's not just McDonald's that does that. All fast food chains go through franchises. Some even take advantage of it, like Subway, which for a long time was the fast food chain with the most restaurants in the world, surpassing 400,000. They allow anyone to open one, sometimes even two on the same street. No matter the profitability, they'll always receive the same percentage. This even led to a conviction for them, especially since the contract was quite abusive. You were required to keep your restaurant open 98 hours a week. Some franchisees are only bosses on paper. There are so many rules that they're almost disguised employees without labor rights. In 2013, 35% of Subway franchisees were in deficit, tempted by the promises of easy money, and ended up ruined. Fast food and their franchising system also have issues that are quite funny. Have you noticed that the ice cream machines at McDonald's are always broken? It's so common that there's a website called McBroken that tracks all the ones that are out of order. 10 to 15% of the machines every day. An American YouTuber investigated and discovered the problem. In fact, the model of the machines is the same in all McDonald's, the C602 from Taylor. The deal is that it can only be repaired by the Taylor company, which is obviously a lot of money just to have someone come out. The worst part is that it's easy to fix. A Duo has actually invented a device that you just put in the machine, and it explains how to repair it yourself. But McDonald's quickly issued a stalemate to ban all of that, supposedly for hygiene reasons. This is also a real problem for franchises. To be profitable, some cut costs on cleaning. We've all seen those videos with rats, cockroaches, and machines full of garbage. In 2010, a study showed that half of the soda machines were contaminated with garbage. This brings us to the last issue of franchises. Financial pressure. The brand puts pressure on the franchisee, who in turn puts it on the manager, who passes it down to the minimum wage employees. The job isn't exactly dreamy. Plus, sometimes they don't have enough staff, doing the work of 3 people. All your actions are timed, with alarms ringing continuously to put pressure on you. Many testimonies recount how employees are forbidden from drinking water or going to the bathroom to keep up the pace. Almost all contracts are part-time, but without fixed hours. Managers adjust the schedules all the time, so you have to be available all the time even when you're not working. It's impossible to organize taking a second job. While it's essential for many people, and it's a real strategy, to hire young people who don't know their rights, give their all, and once they're completely worn out, they get replaced. 1 in 8 Americans will have worked at McDonald's at some point in their lives. To pay them better, we should reduce the 25% tax that franchises take, especially since we recently learned that all of it goes directly to Luxembourg, a nice tax haven. What is fast food? What is really in fast food? A ball of fried dough stuck to chicken with a horrible sauce that tastes like newspaper. That's how Colonel Sanders, the iconic father of KFC, described the quality of his wings a few years after selling his company. The recipes had changed to save money, and he was furious. The sauce wasn't even good enough for his dogs. The expansion of fast food has not helped improve quality, contrary to what one might think. It was healthier 30 years ago. Every decade, desserts gained an additional 62 calories, and it's on the rise. A woman of average size will start to gain weight from around 1,800 calories per day. She goes to McDonald's and let's say she orders a meal that has 1,300 calories. Why not add a little wrap as an appetizer, a McFlurry, and a caramel M&M snack for dessert? We're already at 2,000 calories. It's like having eaten 2 roasted chickens. You would need to run for 30 minutes to burn off the excess 200 calories and not eat anything else for the rest of the day. To hide this, fast food chains like to be a bit vague about nutritional values. On the KFC website, for example, 5 tenders have as many as 20 calories. Why? Because 20 is a serving for 4 people, they also divide the calories by 4. And we haven't even talked about the ingredients at McDonald's yet. They do a lot of advertising about the quality of the products. One almost gets the impression that they buy from local farmers. In Canada, they're more transparent. The bread only contains up to 19 ingredients. At Subway, it was so sweet that in Ireland, it's no longer legally considered bread, but a pastry. If you look at the composition of fries in the USA, it's surprising. More than a dozen ingredients for a potato in oil. What's the point of that? To homogenize the taste and produce faster. For example, it prevents the frying oil from foaming. There's also a myth of the burger that never rots, like the guy who found a hamburger in his pocket and 20 years later it's still intact. That's completely true, but it's not because of preservatives. In fact, they cook them at very high temperatures in sterile environments with very little water inside, so the burger dehydrates quickly and nothing develops in it. Burger King tried to ride the wave by releasing an ad claiming that their burger was rotting, supposedly because it's more natural. Well, it cuts the appetite. Sales have dropped. It was a strange disaster, this mistake, when we know the truth. The marketing secrets of fast food chains. McDonald's, in addition to being one of the largest fast food empires, is also one of the world's leading toy distributors. It's even the top distributor of children's books in France, all thanks to the Happy Meal, with over 1 billion sold each year. It started from a simple idea. Children are never hungry enough for adult meals. The solution was founded by Yolanda Fernandez, who ran the very first McDonald's in Guatemala. She created a children's menu to make life easier for mothers of large families, and it made quite a stir all the way to the USA. They decided to take inspiration from cereal boxes with nice toys inside, and thus the Happy Meal was born in 1979. The first toys were quite simplistic. A spinning top, a bracelet, or even an eraser. Fortunately, they found a partnership with Star Trek, and that was the beginning of their glory. Ever since then, we've had everything. Hot Wheels, Playmobil, Disney. When I saw the Pokemon tops again, the Furbies, or the mini video games, it almost made me want to order some again. Some Happy Meal toys are worth a fortune today, like the Inspector Gadget or the Power Rangers, but it wasn't always a success. A toothbrush with Colgate, creepy glasses, gardening tools, even their mascot. Ronald, at first, was a huge hype for American TV shows. Today, it's a bit creepy, but back then, kids loved it. They even had their own MCU, the McDonald Land, from which all these secondary characters we don't see anymore originated. The goal has never been a secret. If you attract children, they come with their parents, then continue to become teenagers, and later as adults with their own children. You all know this joke. Big Mac on TV and big flop in reality. This photo took days of work. They call it food stylists. They put oil to make it shine, curds to hold it together, and there are even machines to drop the food hundreds of times until the shot's perfect. Once you're in the store, everything's there to make you hungry. The open kitchens, the characteristic smell of fast food, the large images on the menus, and above all, it happens quickly. There's no time to think. At the checkout, there are also some sneaky techniques to make you buy more. Do you know the reason for it? In fact, burgers aren't the most profitable items. They only have 66 cents worth of ingredients, but require a lot of labor. No, McDonald's makes money on the sides, like fries and drinks. That's why they can sell you an XL meal for just 50 cents more. It doesn't even cost them 18 cents. On the other hand, the videos that make you believe there's as much soda in a small glass as there is in a large one are staged. No, there is indeed a difference. For them, it doesn't cost much more since the soda in the machine is in syrup form. It's Coca-Cola syrup that they've just mixed with sparkling water. They also notice that customers spend 20% more when they order at the kiosk, so they do everything to ensure you no longer feel like you're talking to a person. So, obviously, all of this is not a call for a boycott. Every now and then, a little fast food is nice. You just need to be aware of the impulses that marketing creates in you and make decisions consciously. And that's how we'll conclude this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like that. And as always, stay curious and never stop learning. Until next time.